All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Ladder Legends replay analysis. This time from InfestedZergZ, the Ladder Legends student, versus wazazew, the Terran player. The Terran player in this game will be proxy to Raxine, and the question from InfestedZergZ is, how do we respond? So we'll go over that and also kind of how you should be structuring approaching these games when these weird games happen to you and how you should handle them as they come through the ladder. So specifically talk about the reaction and what we did wrong, and then how we should handle this in the future. So the first thing is this Overlord here, always. This is a great point. This is a greedy Overlord positioning, because although it does see more information outside of our base as normal, in like a normal game, it is victim to a proxy racks because the Marines can come out and shoot the Overlord down. So you always want to find where the pillar is by your base and have your Overlord be chilling somewhere in there, in that vicinity of the pillar, so it can get back to it and not die. In most games this won't matter, but you'll see in this game how it does matter when it matters. Additionally, you kind of want to be seeing all of this information in front of your base, because if they make a bunker out here or out here, we don't really care about that. We're not threatening anything. But if they make a bunker here, here, or here, or here, or here, we want to be able to just see that that's going up so that we know that we have to pull workers before the situation gets too dire. So on this map in particular, I would probably place the Overlord somewhere around here on hold position. And then the moment that I see a Marine, I would run it to the pillar so that it can get there safely without dying. So we'll start to see that. Additionally, if he's back here, we'll see this area. And we will start to see right now that it is a proxy to racks. Or rather, we will see that it is some sort of proxy racks, most likely, as there's a bunker going down. It wouldn't make sense for him to have a bunker if he was just over here building his barracks. So at this point, we're going to want to pull some amount of workers. The exact amount, again, it's hard to tell because you don't know exactly how dedicated it is. So you can probably pull somewhere like 13 workers or so. 11 to 13 workers. Definitely prioritize pulling out of gas in this case and keep on minerals with the workers that you keep. And the drone's primary responsibility is going to be hunting down the Marines and surrounding them. If you notice, the Marines have 3.15 move speed, whereas the drones have 3.94 move speed, meaning if you move command, even if the Marines run away, the drones can still catch up and surround and kill. And it'll be even faster to catch up if the Marines try to stutter step backwards. So we always want to surround the Marine and then kill it, because even though the Marine is meant for fighting and does 6 damage at a weapon speed of 0.61, the drones still do 5 damage. And if you have all of them surrounding a Marine, then they're going to very quickly take down the 45 health of the Marine. So if you really do that calculation there, it should only take 9 drones hits, which I think it can almost be one shot by a surround. I'm not sure exactly how many drones can surround. That's something we should look at maybe this game. We'll see if it comes up. But at the very least, it would be a minimum 2 shots of surrounding the Marines. In fact, that's something we should head to a unit tester right after this and find out. I'll go ahead and do that. But ultimately, your goal is to surround these Marines. And then when your hatchery and your pools pop, you make queens and lings. And the lings' job is primarily to stop the bunker from going up. Looking at the timings of when this bunker started and when we will actually have access to Zerglings, we're roughly 11 seconds away from Zerglings. You'll notice that Zerglings have 70 seconds, so that's 28 seconds until the Zerglings are done, and this bunker is going to be done well before then. So in this case, you can't actually stop the bunker from going up from Zerglings, so that might change your response slightly, in that you could potentially have the drones come and surround the bunker, or just take 1 or 2 drones and attack. So from the 13 drones we have here, in fact, this also implies that you should pull 13 drones and not 11, and then you should have 2 of those drones kind of come and start attacking the SCV to force them to stop building the bunker and delay until you get your lings out to like shut the bunker down for good. Ideally, what would happen with the Terran is you would force him back and he would have to bank some forces for a little while longer. That forces him off the bunker and allows you to shut the bunker down. Once you have shut the bunker down and you have queens and lings out, those drones can go back to mining, and then you just defend from there. Notice here, we just didn't really pull quite enough drones. So if we look at how many drones we actually have pulled, it looks like it's 11. And the big issue here is we really want to be mineral walking down, so you could be clicking on it, which we are doing. It's also nice in general to bunch up these drones. So when we pull these drones, instead of going straight in for the attack, we would click here on this mineral patch first, a couple times, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 times. Then you would come down here and you'd click this way, so all the drones are bunched up and together. That way you're not starting to take a ton of damage before you're ready to surround completely. And then here, you want to keep mineral walking until you have most of your drones through, so you get a full surround. And unfortunately now, we've just taken so much damage. We've lost so many drones there. 5 drones so far. We're not going to be able to efficiently clean this up. We've stopped making, we've still, by the way, this is also why it's probably incorrect to be mining gas here, because as much as we would like gas in the situation, we'd like link speed, it's never going to come in time until the situation resolves. We'd much rather have all this 100 gas be into minerals. We could afford an extra queen, we could afford more lings, that sort of thing. We could afford another overlord.
Another queen. Hey!
And at this point, so this is the point too, where once we actually finally clean up, probably if they kill, with the amount of, if you kind of notice only 2 Marines keep arriving at a time, this should help you understand that it's a 2 racks. It means it's not that committed, such that you really need to clean it up very efficiently in order to remain ahead. If it was like a 3 racks or a 4 racks, then they would be extreme. I don't think 4 racks is even done on this patch, but if it was, a 3 or 4 racks is both way more committed, and therefore, if they don't kill you outright, you typically are fine, and you can survive. And if they just kill your natural and walk away, you'd still be ahead in the game. But versus a 2 racks, if they kill your natural, they have a very strong ability to macro out of it. So once he actually does get the kill on your hatch, you need to make a judgment call in game on whether or not you think that you're ahead or fine. You should actually make that. And if you think that you are ahead, then keep playing the game. If you're unsure or you think you're behind, then you should just leave the game and look at the replay and discover for yourself, whether or not you think you're actually ahead or behind, or what the actual game state is. Because the problem is now, after we spend now we are quite behind, and we're going to spend another 11 minutes in this game. And we're going to struggle. We're making a lot of good plans and a lot of good moves. And ultimately, it's just not good. It's going to end in a frustrating loss anyway, because the Terran player just has been ahead from this point forward. And why there is stuff to look at in these games, why it's not like playing from behind has some value and learning to play from behind has some value. It has significantly less value if you don't realize that you're playing from behind, number one. And number two, if you play this game and you forget to go back and you forget to internalize the important parts, which is the first 4 minutes of this game, and look at those and figure out how we could have not been behind, then we're going to severely limit our growth if we don't focus on those early parts of the game and get distracted by the fact that there's another 11 minutes in this game, which we try lots of things that are quite good, but these things are ultimately doomed to fail just because the differential is so great. So with that, I will go into a unit tester, and then I will end this this analysis. All right, so we're in the unit tester, and we will go ahead and switch to the naturals. So we have some minerals, and we'll make we'll make 9 drones to start and just 1 marine. And the goal here is to stack up the drones, then normally you can then move the stack to like a natural, but unfortunately we don't have a natural. So you notice as soon as we move, they sort of expand. So when you do this stack, this sort of mineral stacking, you do want to mineral walk, which we're not going to be able to do, which is fine. So I guess we'll just try this around. We'll see how many drones can surround. So it looked like 4 drones surrounded there. We'll try it again, see if we can do maybe a little bit. See if we can get 5 around. And recall that it's 9, so 4 drones would 3-shot, as you saw there. If we could get 5, then we could 2-shot. There we go. So 5 is possible. It looked like 5 might be the absolute minimum. And keep in mind that we wouldn't do all this fancy micro to try to get the surround immediately that we're doing in game. We would just be doing the mineral walking and expanding, and then the surround would happen naturally. So there you have it. One marine can be surrounded by at least 5 drones, which allows them to mineral walk. At least 5 drones allows them to 2-shot.
This better be good.
Can we go for 6? I'm interested.
By the number.
6 does not seem possible. So you're going to be 2-shotting at best any Marines, but you do want to get the full surround to 2-shot. You might 3-shot, but either way, this should be efficient, so long as you move command and actually let the surround happen.